Good afternoon. It is time for another D Division game here on the 18th annual Sin City Classic here in Las Vegas. We are at Sunset Park on field number 12. This is a loser's bracket game between the Norfolk Gunners of the Mid-Atlantic League and the Los Angeles Roughnecks of the Glossa League. And the first batter is Jesse Baker, and on the third pitch, he hits a ground ball to the shortstop, and the out is made, and that's how your game starts. I'm Rich Siegel, along with Joel Tremblay. Our on-site engineer is Mitch Barnes, with technical assistance today from Roman Jimenez. The home plate umpire, the only umpire on this game, is Richard Bagnall from Sacramento, California. There's a strike called, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he swings and goes opposite field to the shortstop, off the shortstop's glove, and it'll be Bergen reaching on an infield hit, and that'll bring up Colin Arnold, the third baseman. And the on-deck hitter will be Ronnie Lauman, who played in his Legends game on Friday. His Legends team, the Legends team from Norfolk, also called the Gunners, were the winners of the Legends D Division. So there are a few of those players here today. Here's a ground ball to short, over to second for one, throw to first is late. It was a nice recovery by the shortstop. That was Brian Strand, and he's able to make the play to the second baseman, so it is 2 out, and the batter is Ronnie Lauman. Runner at first base now and 2 out.
And Rich, you mentioned that these Gunners had played in Legends on Friday, so for some of these players, this is like their 15th game of the weekend.
There's a ground ball to short again, and another force out at second base, and that's a very quick inning. There were 4 batters in the inning, and each of them hit a ground ball to the shortstop. So nothing across for the Mid-Atlantic Gunners here. There was the infield single. We go to the bottom of the first, and our score here is the Norfolk Gunners 0 and the Los Angeles Roughnecks 0, coming to bat on the Cloud Sports Network.
We're here in this company to make the world a better place, and we like to think we're doing it through Tito's Handmade Vodka.
We are back here, and again, our location is field number 12. We were at a different location on Friday. Yesterday, we were up at Doc Romero, but we're back here at what we call Sunset Park. We're at field number 12 for this contest between the Roughnecks and the Gunners. It'll be the bottom of the first inning, and so the first at-bat for the Roughnecks, and they'll bat Luis Cepeda, Jesse Scott, and Javi Torres, 3 of the outfielders of the 4 outfielders on this team. Cepeda plays left field, Scott plays left center field, and Torres plays right center field. And so the first pitch of the bottom of the first is swung on, hit in the air in foul territory. Third baseman over to his right in foul territory makes the catch, and that's how the bottom of the first starts on 1 pitch and 1 out. And so the batter will be Jesse Scott. It's a beautiful day here. Sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. The temperatures are seasonably mild. And the next delivery is swung on and smacked in the left center field, and that ball is down for a hit. Left fielder cuts it off, so it'll be a single. Left fielder Ronnie Burnham getting to the ball quickly, and no further advancement by Scott. It's a runner at first base and 1 out for Javi Torres, the right center fielder. Victor Armentek. The first pitch is a ball. The next batter, how are you pronouncing that?
Mine looks like Armenta.
Armenta. And there's a strike called. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery. Swung on and bounced on 2 hops over to shortstop. It bounces off the shortstop's glove and on into left field. On the play, it'll be Scott motoring into third base while Torres holds at first.
So the first game we broadcast at noon was the last game in the winner's bracket. So we are now in the loser's bracket. Both of these teams, the Roughnecks and the Gunners, were the top seed out of their pools in pool play, but they both have lost a game in tournament play so far.
Victor Armenta will be the batter. So on a day like today, some teams may have to play by maybe 6 or 7 games, but the weather is not going to be a factor until later on today when the temperatures do cool once the sun goes down in that desert climate. There's a line drive up the middle and on into right center field for a base hit. A run will score. It's 1-0, and as Scott scores, Torres over to third, and it is 1-0 for the Roughnecks. Be a courtesy runner on first base. Raul Longoria, the batter. He can add to his team's lead, which is 1-0. He has runners at first and third. And there is a ground ball up the middle and on into center field for a base hit. Javi Torres scores. Sergio Rivas, who is the courtesy runner, made it to third base, and it's 2-0. Brian Strand, the batter.
Ron Frank, the catcher, going out there to talk to his pitcher.
And the first pitch to Strand is a strike called. Fortunate to have yet another umpire who makes it very definitive what his balls and strikes will sound like. There is a line drive caught by the third baseman. No. Again, my vision was blocked. So we have a base hit.
We have base hit. That ball was scorched. The third base person got their hand up, but it was already past him.
All right. 3-0 is the score. I apologize for that. Ricky Green, the batter. First pitch. Swung on and a grounder to third. He'll step on third. And they get the force out, 5 unassisted. And that's the second out. So Ricky Green safe at first and on the play, Strand to second. And there is a line drive into left field off the bat of Victor Barrias for a base hit. A run will score. It is now 4-0. The other runner to third. And it'll be first and third with another run in as Brian Strand scores. It's 4-0. On the play, Ricky Green to third. Barillas is safe at first. Chris Vargas, the batter, he is the pitcher. And the next delivery on the 2-1 is a strike called, and now it is 2-2. There is a fly ball hit out into right center field that is in for a hit, and another run will score as Green scores and Barillas on his way to third. Vargas with an RBI single, and that'll bring up Alex Concalves with a ground ball off the third baseman's glove and on into left field for a base hit.
Concalves, the coach of this LA Roughnecks team.
Sergio Rivas now the batter. And that first pitch is a ball.
And Rivas, the catcher, and wearing a shirt that says Kal-El, so I guess he's some kind of Superman?
It also shows on my scorebook that he wears number 36, but I see an 84 on him.
I think the scorekeeper for the Norfolk Gunners may have just seen the same thing you did, Rich.
Well, we were also told that the pitcher would be wearing... Oh, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter that much.
No.
It matters for the game and making sure they get it right. Concalves came over, very kindly of him to get us the lineup early and to make sure we had as many edits as we could get. But I think some folks sometimes switch to better fitting jerseys.
See, Goncalves came over and he told us he was that the uniform he'd be wearing is 55, but you know what? I'm not blind. It's 82. So you know what? We'll go with what we see. Pop-up. On the infield, third baseman makes the call and makes the catch. One, two, three, four, five, six. Sixth score in the inning. And go to the top of the second, and our score is now the Los Angeles Roughnecks 6 and the Norfolk Gunners nothing on the Cloud Sports Network.
And all 3 outs actually made by the third base person in this 1-2 pop-ups at the beginning and the end of the inning, and a put out on his own over at third earlier in the middle of the inning. Catch up on some of the rules in case this is your first broadcast with us. Again, this is D softball. So for the D division and for all the divisions, all the batters start with a 1-1 count. There is no courtesy foul, so if you have 2 strikes and hit a foul ball, you will be out. Some tournaments give you 1 extra swing. This one does not. To be a strike, the ball has to go above 6 feet in the umpire's estimation, but no higher than 12, and then cross the plate and cross the batter somewhere usually between about their shoulders and their knees. You get 1 courtesy runner per inning. If you see more runners switching out than that, it's probably because someone has what is called a PIP designation, where they can't run so well, so they get a runner.
Ronnie Burnham will lead off here. He takes a strike, and now he takes a ball. It's 2-2.
The other important thing to know about D is you cannot hit the ball in the air over the fence. It is an inning-ending out.
And there is a foul ball wickedly hit down the left field line. And it is 2-2.
You hit the ball over the foul fence, just not the one that's out there.
Yeah. Line drive out into right center field. Right fielder coming over. It drops in front for a base hit. And that'll bring up the left center fielder, Cody Brown.
And our next 2 batters, Cody Brown and Tim Davis, are actually husbands. Family that plays together stays together.
How do you know that? Not the second part, I mean the first part.
That is more great information from our lead here at Cloud Sports,
Okay.
Roman Jimenez.
He told you that, huh? All right. That pitch is a ball. The next one is a strike called. There's a ground ball to short on 2 hops, bobbled but recovered and throws in time to the second baseman to get the force out on the base runner. So it's a fielder's choice and 1 out.
And I suppose the next question is, how did Roman know that? And I'm not sure, but I can tell you, when you stay in the league a long time and are in the Hall of Fame, as Roman is, as you are, as Ron Frank, the catcher, is, you get to know each other and you get to know a lot of people.
Yes. So here is Cody's husband, Tim. Swings and off the pitcher's glove and up the middle into center field for a hit. It'll be runners at bobbled out in the outfield by the left center fielder, and that'll give the runner Brown enough time to come to third and then come home to score the first run of the game for Norfolk. 6-1. Andy Soderberg will be the batter. And there is a ground ball off the second baseman's reach, out of the reach of the second baseman, on into right center field for a hit. Davis took third, and the batter will be the aforementioned and Hall of Famer Ron Frank.
Ron Frank, also the director of operations on the board for a number of years.
Swinging a bouncing ball, fair to third, bobbled by the third baseman. He recovers, throws to second, and safe.
So good base running by Davis over there at third. Did not have to run, did not have a force, so was able to stay there, and just from the bobble on the third base, couldn't get it to second in time, and everybody's safe.
Danny Webb will be the batter.
Only one down in the inning.
And the first pitch to Danny Webb. Popped up in fair territory. The catcher makes the play. So that'll be the second out. And Mark Herbst will be the batter. He is the coach of this team. He swings and he grounds one into right field for a base hit. One run will score. Another run will score. Ron Frank on his way to third will be there. Ball, they almost had a play on him, but the ball popped out of the third baseman's glove. It is now 6-3.
Krebs held first on that one. Dangerous play by Frank. If he had been tagged, it looked like he would have been tagged before the runner crossed home plate, and that run would not have scored, but given the slightly off throw, bounced off of him, and everybody's good.
And so we go back to the top of the order. Jesse Baker grounded to shortstop in his first at-bat. We have runners at first and third and 2 outs, but 3 runs have scored in this inning.
And that was the inning when all of the first 4 batters grounded to the shortstop in their first at-bat.
That's right. Count is 2-2. The next one. Strike called. Now it's 2-2.
I think Baker thought that one was a little inside.
Here's the next. Swung on and bounced back to the pitcher on one easy hop. And the out is made. Jesse Baker bounces 1-3 for the out. Los Angeles Roughnecks 6 and the Norfolk Gunners 3 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we will tell you about another one of our sponsors, and that is Lexus. Designed to seamlessly blend eye-catching design with exhilarating performance and dynamic styling, Lexus has been proud to support the Sin City Classic with its series of brands for 18 years running. Thank you, Lexus. So the LA Roughnecks, listed on your app as being from Oxnard, but believe part of the Greater Los Angeles Softball Association. The Norfolk Gunners are kind of a mixed team. They have folks from Hawaii, from Long Beach, from Norfolk, and I believe from Tampa as well. At this tournament, you can put together a team of folks from everywhere, unlike the World Series when almost everybody has to be from one place.
All right, we start play here in the bottom of the second inning, and the leadoff batter will be the actual leadoff batter. And that is Luis Cepeda. There's a foul ball. Here's the next delivery. That is way high, but he goes after it anyway and hits one into right center field for a leadoff single.
Well, and Rich, as high as it was, I did not see the umpire put his arm out, and I did not hear him call illegal. So whatever height that was, that's okay today.
Umpire asked the base runner to do a little manicuring of the first base bag, so I guess it could be seen. There's a pop-up in foul territory off the bat of Jesse Scott, and the out is made. Caught by the catcher. That's Danny Webb. 1 out. And there is a bouncer off the third baseman's glove into foul territory. Runner heads to third, and he will hold. It'll be runners at second and third and 1 out. Singled and scored. He also drove in a run.
Hey, hold the runners, go to 1. Hold the runners,
6-3 continues to be our score. Thank you. And the first pitch is a ball. There is a fly ball hit out into left center field. The one-handed catch is made out there. It'll be a sacrifice fly and an RBI as Zepeda comes in to score the 7th run of the ball game. His team now leads 7-3.
Got 2. Infield going to 1.
And on the play, Torres tagged and went to third. And the batter is Raul Longoria, who singled and made it as far as second base in his first at-bat, and he takes a pitch for a ball. And there's a walk. Oh, thank you. First and third now.
Hey, first and second, 2 out.
There are 2 outs for Brian Strand, who singled, and he scored in the first at-bat in the first inning. He pops one in the air to left center field. Ranging over to his right is Cody Brown, and that ends the inning. But another run did score for the Roughnecks, and so we go to the top of the third. And our new score is the Roughnecks 7 and the Norfolk Gunners 3 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we'll take this opportunity to tell you how these teams found themselves in this game late in the day on Sunday. The Roughnecks, again, were the number 1 seed out of the I pool in the D division. They had beaten the Denver Flying Squirrels 12-5 and the Shady Pitches 13-4. When the tournament started, they beat the Bolt Grizzlies 20-11, then beat the Fort Lauderdale Fame 13-9. Then in their last game, which was last night at around 5:50 scheduled start, they lost 10-9 to their own friends, the LA Shade.
Roughnecks out on the field right now. Their pitcher is Chris Vargas, and he's ready to throw his first pitch. Joe Bergen will be the leadoff batter. That's from the left side. And the first pitch is a strike call. Here is the next one. A left-handed swinger hits one to the left side, fielded by the third baseman over to first, and not in time. Infield single, he's fast. Victor Burrill is not able to throw him out. That'll bring up Colin Arnold. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and smacks one into left field for a base hit. It'll be runners at first and second. Runner at second takes a turn, but thinks better. Strike call, a ball and 2 strikes.
We do love it when folks interact with our broadcast on the chat, and we want to mention that Michelle Camacho is sending a big shout-out to Roughnecks player Chris Vargas.
Grounder to third, bobbled by the third baseman, but he recovers in time to tag the base and get a force on Bergen coming over from second. So that's the first out here. And on the play, Arnold to second. Lauman safe at first, on his second fielder's choice.
And please do continue to let us know who you're rooting for, who you want to do a shout-out to. Tag friends and let more people know that your friends and family are playing here on the Cloud Sports Network on the Sin City Classics Facebook and YouTube pages.
Joe Bergen is the runner for Ronnie Lauman. The batter is Ronnie Burnham, and he smacks one foul to the left side. And here is the next one. He swings and goes opposite field into right field for a hit. Right fielder keeps the ball in front of him. The runner at third comes home. Now the ball gets by the catcher. Pitcher tries to cover first base, but the runner comes in. He slides on a head-first slide, and he is safe.
Check the box together. We've been asking.
Cody Brown swings, and he hits one in the left center field. That ball is going to be down for a hit. It is 7-5 as Ronnie Lauman's sub-runner scores. Ronnie Burnham comes around third, and he will score. So 3 runs have scored in the inning. It's now 7-6. Cody Brown with a solid double. Well, no, actually, he's the third, so we're going to score that. A triple, and he's the tying run for Tim Davis. And Davis swings and hits a slow roller in front of the plate. It just died there. Catcher comes up and makes the play, but on the play, Cody Brown scores. This is a 4-run inning, and our game is tied.
And I believe that's 2 RBIs of Tim Davis batting in his husband, Cody Brown. And I do want to mention that's a really nice play by the catcher. You think that's an easy play. You have to get it either around the runner or over the runner to first base, and he made a really nice throw to get that out.
Here is Andy Soderberg, and he grounds one in the hole between third and short. Shortstop ranges wide to his right, throws to first. The ball one hops, and it gets by the first baseman. He falls down, and on the play, Soderberg will go to second. No play. Ron Frank, the batter.
We got a player down here at first base.
That would be Alex Konkovas. He's on his back. Excuse me.
Looks like it's number 24 who is down. I think that's Victor Armenta. Not sure what happened there.
If that's the case, then they have moved the EH to the first base position. They're helping him up. A host of players over there trying to help him up. And he is on his knees, and now he is standing up, but he is in pain. He has likely a lower body injury, but now he is just walking it off. He's limping. And he gets the good sports claps and applause from the fans in the stands. You're right, it is number 24, so they have moved him to second base. There have been 4 runs in the inning. 7-7 our score, and Frank grounds one foul down the third base line. One ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. He swings and goes opposite field in the right center field, and the right center fielder ranging over to his left makes the nice catch. That's Javi Torres, and the inning is over. But it was a good inning for the Gunners. They score 4 times here in the top of the third, and they have tied the game. We go to the bottom of the third. Our game is tied at 7 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And during this changeover, we want to tell you about another one of our great sponsors, and that is Piranha Las Vegas. The Sin City Classic wants to acknowledge longtime sponsor Piranha Las Vegas. An early supporter, Piranha is Las Vegas' hottest nightclub. Piranha is the home of legendary Vegas performer Hot Chocolate, who along with the rest of the team will make sure you have your best time. Whether it's your first time in a long time, go to piranhavegas.com for more info. That's piranhavegas, all spelled out, .com.
You got tots, I see.
I did.
Ricky Green leads off here in the bottom of the third, and he hits one out into left center field, and the left center fielder goes back towards the fence and makes the catch. That's Cody Brown, and that is a long out. Victor Barillas, the batter. Our game tied at 7. And there is a line drive up the middle and on into center field for a base hit. And the first pitch is a ball. Barillas at first. Chris Vargas is batting. The count is 2-1, and the count is 2-2. Here's the next. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, past the shortstop and on into center field for a hit. Excuse me. It'll be runners at first and second, and 1 out for Alex Goncalves. There'll be a courtesy runner.
Our lineup card.
So there's a first pitch for a strike to Goncalves. And there's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. He sets on second, drops the ball. Everybody's going to be safe. And now they've got a rundown going. They tag the runner out coming to third, but a run scores.
Yeah, so we're waiting for quite literally for the dust to clear here. And so I think what happened on that one, what I have so far, is Barillas scored. The runner for Vargas made it into third, but Goncalves was out at second.
Crazy play. The Roughnecks regain the lead. And there is a looping pop-up on the infield, fielded by the shortstop. And Sergio Rivas is out, and that ends the inning. A run scores. It is now 8-7 for the Roughnecks over the Gunners here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Then beat the New York City Demons 10-9, so 2-0 coming out of pool play. Then they beat the Bats and Brews 23-11 in their first game of the tournament. They lost 19-2 to the basic pitches that we saw here earlier. So then they had to start out climbing through the losers bracket, and they did that by beating the Royal Flamingos of Las Vegas 25-10, and then beat the Bolt Grizzlies 10-8. So one of the common opponents here, they both beat the Bolt Grizzlies. Roughnecks beat them by 20-11, whereas again the Gunners beat them by 10-8.
All right, we go to the top of the fourth, and there is a ground ball hit to the third baseman. Danny Webb, the batter, and he's out on a play 5-3, and that's how the top of the fourth starts. On the first pitch, there's 1 out.
Webb, another one of those players we saw yesterday during the Legends D Championship game, again won by these Norfolk Gunners.
Mark Hirbs, the batter, he singled in his first at-bat. He hits one off the second baseman's glove into shallow right center field. It is down for a base hit, so a 1-out base runner. And that'll send us back to the top of the order, and Jesse Baker, who has grounded to short, and he has also grounded back to the pitcher.
Pretty good jump there by second base, just needed to get a little higher.
His team trailing by a run, have a runner at first base, and the first pitch is a ball. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next delivery is another ball, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Baker 0 for 2, grounding to shortstop in that first inning where everyone did, and then grounding back to the pitcher in the second.
And here is the 3-1. Swung on, and that is lined down the right field line. It is a fair ball. It will go all the way into the corner. Curbs around second, on his way to third. It'll be first and third and 1 out. And the batter will be Joe Bergen. And first pitch to Joe is hit in the air down the left side. It's in foul territory. The third baseman made the catch, but the ball dropped out of his glove, so it's just a long strike.
Bergen hit to shortstop in the first, and then in the second inning, got on base with a single to the left side, but then was put out by the third baseman.
There's a pop-up on the infield. Shortstop calls for it, makes the catch. That's Brian Strand. That is out number 2. For Colin Arnold, runners remain at first and third, Kirbs at third, and Baker at first. And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into center field. Left center fielder ranging over to his right. Does not make the catch as the ball rolls all the way in the fence. A run has scored. Jesse Baker around third. He will score, and the Gunners take the lead at 9-8 on a double by Colin Arnold. There's going to be a courtesy runner.
Do we have a courtesy on this?
It's Joe Bergen running for Colin Arnold, and the batter is going to be Ronnie Lauman, who can add to the lead. And he swings and grounds one fair down the left field line, fielded by the left fielder. It'll be a run scored as Bergen crosses the plate, and 3 runs have scored in the inning. It's 10-8. It's a single for Ronnie Lauman.
Let's go.
And Ronnie Burnham will be the batter. First pitch to him. Pops in the air to left center field. Moving a few steps back and making the catch is the left center fielder, Jesse Scott. That ends the inning. But 3 runs came across for the Gunners here in the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now the Gunners 10 and the Roughnecks 8 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we're continuing to watch that bracket and try to let you know who's going to be here so you can tag your friends, get ready for coverage. Again, our coverage is on the Sin City Classic sites on Facebook and YouTube. And it looks like the next game that we will have here over on Field 12 with a scheduled 2 o'clock start, which will obviously be later than that, so probably the next 20 to 30 minutes, is going to be the winner of this game will stay right here, and they will be playing the Austin Fusion, unless the tournament directors change anything. A team near and dear to your heart, Rich.
Very much so. But first things first, Luis Cepeda will lead off here, and the first pitch is a strike call. There's a fly ball hit to left center field. Left center fielder ranging over to his right, does not get to the ball. It rolls to the fence. It'll be at least a double for Cepeda. He takes the turn at second. He is on his way to third. There'll be a play, and out!
So I think that was 8-6.
Jesse Scott looks at the first pitch, and it is a strike.
And we'll see how this inning goes, Rich, but questionable decision to make that first out at third base when you need to catch up a few runs.
That pitch is illegal. And the next one is hit in the air to left field. It's hit well near the warning track. The out is made, and that is out number 2. And the batter will be Javi Torres.
Because that ball would have gotten him from second to third almost certainly. So he still would have been at third with less than 2 down.
There's a fly ball hit out into left field, hit very well. It's got some carry to it, and the ball bounces. It goes to the track. This will be at least a double. It'll be a triple. They'll throw to the shortstop bobbled the ball. They might have had him at third base, but the bobble allows the runner to reach third easily. And the batter will be Victor Armenta.
And Rich, you may have heard the baseball maxim, don't make the first or third out at third base. I don't think the Roughnecks care.
There is a ground ball in the right field for a base hit off the back of Victor Armenta. The run scores. It is now 10-9. There'll be a courtesy runner at first base.
Hey, first and second, 2 down.
Raul Longoria will be the batter. He has singled and walked. And there is a base hit right out of the reach of the first baseman. It's down the right field line. Runner on his way to third will wind up there. It'll be first and third. And the batter will be Brian Strand.
Strand with a deep ball to left field in the first inning and scored a run, and then another fly out to the left center fielder in the third.
And the first pitch to him, swung on and hit to the third baseman. Look what I have in my glove. Over to first, and the throw is low, but it is caught, and that ends the inning. No runs on that play, but a run did score earlier on the single and then the triple, and so as a result, it is a one-run inning for the Roughnecks. We go to the top of the fifth, and our score is 10-9.
10-9, top 5.
Nice work on both ends of that last play to end the bottom of the fourth inning there. As you say, look what I found. That was a nice play on the hop by the third baseman over there, and then a ball in the dirt pulled out by the first baseman. The Gunners ahead by 1 run, but it feels like there may have been more of a momentum shift than that.
Yeah.
The Roughnecks came out hot in the first inning, scoring 6, but since then have only put 1 on the board each inning. The Gunners went down in 4 batters in the first inning, but have put 3 or 4 on every inning since then. And we have just been told that there are 6 minutes left in the game, so almost certainly this is going to be the last inning. The visiting Gunners will get their top of the inning, and the Roughnecks will get their bottom of the inning, but that'll probably be it.
We go to the top of the fifth, and the first batter is out on a great play by the third baseman.
Not sure the Gunners over there are agreeing with that call, but made very clearly by our home plate umpire.
Tim Davis, the batter. And there is a ground ball on the first pitch hit to short. He bobbles it, comes up throwing. The throw is high off the first baseman's glove, and he reaches on an infield hit.
That's going to bring up Soderberg, who singled to right and scored in the second and reached on an error in the third.
And he bats with a runner at first base. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and lifted in the air into shallow right field. Right fielder coming on. My vision is blocked. The ball drops in for a hit, but they'll throw to second and get the force out, so it is no hit. It is just a fielder's choice force out, 9-6. And the batter will be Danny Webb. Danny Webb has hit into a fielder's choice to the third baseman and fly to right center field. And the first pitch to him is swung on and hit foul down the right side. Yes, Ron Frank, the batter.
Courtesy on one.
There'll be a courtesy runner at first base.
Time.
Makes sense. No reason to end an inning with your courtesy runner on the bench most of the time. If you can get somebody faster and can score the run, you want to do it.
Courtesy runner is Cody Brown, and Danny Webb waits for the next pitch. He swings and grounds one up the middle. It's on into center field for a base hit. Brown around second, on his way to third. The throw comes into third. Late. It'll be first and third, and 2 out.
And that was Ron Frank who hit that single to get Soderberg's runner over to third. So this is Danny Webb coming up now.
And the batter now is Danny Webb. And the first pitch is a ball.
Webb with a pop to the catcher and then a grounder to third, out both times in the second and fourth.
And that ball is hit in the air to left field. Left fielder comes in, makes a catch. And that is the third out of the inning. So we'll go to the bottom. He is also fly to left center field. And he is the leadoff batter here. And the first pitch. He swings and grounds one to short. Over to first. That's 1 out. First pitch. 1 out. Victor Barrios has reached twice. He has scored twice. And there is a base hit. Victor Barrios reaches. He is the tying run.
So
it sounds like a phone is ringing.
it's an interesting play here. But time has in fact expired. All right, so let me try to explain what was happening there before. If you want a new inning and time is about to expire, if you make contact with the ball in fair play and step on the plate, you are out and you would get a new inning. But now I think it's too late for that.
There is a line drive hit out into right center field, and that ball gets down for a hit. There'll be runners at first and third. There'll be no play.
I actually like the no play there because all you're going to do is let them score. There's 2 down. They need to get a hit. He would probably score either way, so might as well not risk it.
So I think I just heard him say that's the end of regulation, which means that the clock is run out. Sergio Rivas has runners at first and third with 2 out
and part
in the bottom of the 5th.
And part of the issue with what Goncalves was trying to do was we all heard the beeper, but the umpire hadn't said anything yet. So he probably was trying to find a little wiggle room there to see if he could get
a ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2. And the next one. Swing and a ground ball to third. He bobbles the ball, throws to second. Not in time. 10.
And Sergio Rivas comes through with his first hit in
and he swings and misses. And the next one. And that pitch is outside.
Not surprised that wasn't close to hit. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Try to get him to foul one off.
2-2 pitch.